better have popped the spell shield early. It's the easiest thing ever to actually spell shield. If you're on point, you can also spell shield Verisalt. You can spell shield a lot of valuable things here as FBI. And
he might die right here because Karioka's making his way over. Titan steps forward, wants the rain of arrows to interrupt. As now Dokla flashes to the other side of the pillar. Flash follow coming in from Karioka. There's the stun from Dokla, but he does not have a whole lot of shielding left. Karioka taking the first blood for paiN. Decided, yeah, I will slam the Cassio counter into the Rise.
Yeah, and Karioka was pinging mid, but now he looks like he might be headed bot to try to make a play onto Dokla down here, help his Gwen out.
Okay, Wiser with a little bit of needlework here. Dokla does not want to give him the opportunity for the sweet spot, but now it's a play on Quid, popping the phase rush, getting himself back away. Wiser down to 200 HP as Dokla's going to be the one to fall. paiN Gaming get kill number 2.
Yeah, Dokla uses the ult, tries to turn it around, but doesn't have just enough damage to be able to finish him off. If he had his flash, maybe you could try to look for something onto Wiser, but Wiser just intelligently allows the Trundle to finish that kill.
Yeah.
And now that is that gold advantage, that CS advantage that he had is going to disappear.
Now top side, Titan under some pressure here. The Pop Blossom forces him to flash away. 100 Thieves might just lose Ayla. There it is, a botched dive from the Thieves. And paiN Gaming are feeling good about it. Supreme display of talent does enough damage to guarantee that 100 Thieves are finally on the board. But FBI's got 50 HP as Curry and Roamer are making their way up. Dredge line for the execution. And now with the additional Twin Fangs onto River, he's not walking away. paiN 5-1.
This is like a flashback to that
play rather audaciously, as he will start up the Drake. This is a 10-minute first Drake here being attempted from 100 Thieves. Secured by River as Karioka wanted to use the Flash Chomp steal to try to take it away. River uses a defensive ulti there on Karioka, who pops the Subjugate just to guarantee it's not an even trade. So paiN might lose the objective, but they pick up yet another kill. It's the opposite of what we talk about with these like powerful, tanky, or utility junglers, that even if they fall behind, yeah, they can still impact the game very easily. No, Qiyana's got to be doing damage if she wants to find value in these fights. Karioka trying to come around there for the gank onto Quid, but the phase rush very effective at getting him away from all of these slows. However, 4v1, he's going to need more than a phase rush to survive this one. Roamer's not going to get the stun there with a petrifying gaze, but he doesn't even need it. paiN bring 4 men down to the bottom lane, and they find their mark. It's a 7-1 game.
Yeah, and the biggest difference is a lot of times when paiN was doing these overloaded plays, they'd be getting punished super heavily on the other side of the map. But this time, it is not happening because they are ahead of the tempo. They're ahead of the pace of the game, and it is really showing in play after play after play.
I know that Brazil has a rough relationship with the 7-1 scoreline, but this is a good one. This is one that they're locking in here. This is a great 7-1 for Brazil's early game here in game number 3. As Wiser's going in after Dokla here, has that final charge of the needlework ready to go, but Big Dok's going for the outplay. The last hit'll do it. Dokla gets the kill there. Curry shows up. Dokla has so much health regeneration when Set is low on HP. Now Roamer's got to try to escape in the bottom side as Ayla, Quid, and River are trying to collapse him to Cassio. Pop Blossom from Ayla immediately into the follow-up room prison from Quid. River still on the approach, but the miasma is so difficult to navigate. There should be no way for Roamer to get away from this. It's just a matter of time, and the shutdown credit goes to River.
Big plays.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where this Cassio is going to be absolutely massive. I did like the initial setup from 100 Thieves, right? They're pushing in on this top side. Dokla is actually going to be able to get this turret as the 2 other teams kind of dance around this mid. But previously, they'd have had FBI and Ayla kind of pushing down mid.
Oh boy. River is going to lose 60% of his HP there. Yeah, that was just a ton of damage from Karioka. The Subjugate was also used. River is very low, but Dokla is now the one under pressure. He tries to go back around with a showstopper. Yeah, he hits a big haymaker, but it won't matter. He's down in a 1v5. paiN pick up kill number 8.
Nicely done there. You know, Karioka just pushes them out, but again, 100 Thieves responding with a tower. They're shoving mid lane. River on the Qiyana, there's no point in the game where you beat the Trundle 1v1. It's just not really going to happen. So, you know, you have to try to be able to play around that and find these approaches where you can get in onto the backliners. That really is his job this game, but it's very difficult. And the Trundle is going to know this, and he's going to be hunting for you, looking to try to match you and push you out, as is Wiser. So, paiN in a pretty good spot, but they are going to be giving up this dragon as well.
Yeah, 100 Thieves decided kind of not to contest that. Instead, push out mid, get that tier 1, and are able to rotate on and start stacking Drakes potentially as a way to get back in the game, as a way to set up some of these fights in their favor.
And to give some context to the Sivir, it was, of course, lethality as expected when we saw the Hail of Blades, but FBI on 2 items and is going to be wave clearing out very effectively.
All right, Herald summoned up mid, though, immediately crashing that into the tier 1, but now the catch on Titan. River finds exactly what he needed in the tier 1 turret. Even
He'll be able to take down this tier 1 turret. And 100 Thieves have wrested the gold back in
they're
their...
trying to pull it down towards this bottom part of the pit, closer to the lane, but they are taking an awful long time doing it. TP's coming in. 100 Thieves ready to try to fight for the Otacon here. Dokla on the right side of the fight, looking for his angle there as the rest of 100 Thieves approach from the river direction. You do have the Otacon down to about 40% HP now. paiN Gaming still trying to secure this objective. Carioca's already down to half HP. 100 Thieves stepping in. Big showstopper coming up for Big Dokes as the Otacon is at least secured for paiN. But now the follow-up will not go their way. It's already 2 dead. 100 Thieves looking for even more. FBI on the chase. Carioca still trying to escape. FBI gets the auto attacks into the boomerang blade. It's
They
3.
looked at LPL and LCK Voz. If you don't want to go for the objective, go for the fight, right? And with all that damage, the paiN were just constantly face tanking from that Otacon. The fight
Routed
goes...
in this fight.
And now back to live. We might have yet another one. You
knows
can
it.
see some frustration in the back rooms there as
Here's
River's
River.
jumping into the middle of everybody. Immediately finds the Supreme Display of Talent onto Roamer, but instead it's River who's killed off first. Dopa looking for his chance here in the middle of the fight, but he does not get a big haymaker. Instead, Weiser takes him down.
Ricochets.
paiN is already killed off too, but FBI's looking to get some AoE damage. Yep, it's a deep TP from Big Dokes. paiN have control over the Dragon Pit
Look
for
at
now.
Titan.
FBI down to half HP. Drake already secured for the side of paiN, but River and Dokla are making their way forward. Weiser's going to be the first target as River jumps in on top of him, but the flash over the wall keeps the Gwen alive for now. 100 Thieves, they lose the objective and they haven't found any kills just yet. So far, this is success for paiN Gaming.
Yeah, nicely handled there by paiN. I thought they would be able to get some exit kills, but they couldn't actually lock them down. Does cost Weiser his flash, but honestly, who cares? Flash for a Dragon is great for them. Carioca, though, playing with fire a bit. 100 Thieves are still in the area.
Yeah, River jumping in there. Going to see if he can at least contest for the red buff here a bit as
Here comes
paiN
Roamer.
is reinforcing their jungler. River's got to try to get away from this one. Defensive Supreme Display of Talent trying to knock the Trundle away. River jumps back over the wall. Carioca with no flash can't chase after him.
Redemption.
The redemption to heal River, but it's not a healing redemption.
Hold on, guys. Oh,
Nico has
Baron.
Proto
paiN
Belt.
on the Baron.
Yep, Baron is started. As soon as it spawns, paiN are immediate to go to the area and begin the objective. Baron already down to half HP, as now on the front line yet again. Dokla's going to be your target. paiN Gaming putting a lot of damage into the set, and Titan takes him out. Nice aim from the paiN AD carry, as Curry wants to re-engage, but he has to pay for it with his own life. Quid continuing to try to run. Weiser's here on the front line, but FBI's putting out the damage. FBI, Ayla, and Quid versus Titan, Roamer, and Carioca. It's 2 dead on either side. Quid still looking for a little bit more on Roamer here. Nice wall to make, or Blooming Blossom, I think. Blooming Blows is the Lilia one. They're very similar. Either way, he throws
Blossoms and blooms.
He throws that lob thing over the wall to antagonize Baron, do some damage to paiN. 100 Thieves looking to go in here. Nice ulti coming out from Roamer. The 3-man Petrifying Gaze is enough to set it up to kill FBI at the very beginning of the fight. Titan's trying to get away from River, but the Kiana makes it a 1-for-1 there. Weiser and Carioca trying to find the solution for Dokla here as the needlework does connect. Dokla continuing to try to make a little bit more distance. It's a 3-for-3 so far. Ayla does not have a lot of health to work with. Dokla does not have a lot of health to work with. They're going to continue trying to get away from this one. Carioca does have the Dead Man's Blade. Pop Blossom finds Weiser, who's now incredibly low. Dokla trying to stand and fight, and Ayla's got the kill into Carioca. Dokla and Ayla winning out in the 2v2 on the back end of the
The
fight.
big thing, though, is Supreme Display of Talent catches Roamer. Dokla is able to clean him up, so up.
Oh boy, we got a problem now. Quid is already down. Nice pick from paiN Gaming as Dokla can take the Hex Gate to get himself away just barely in time. That's 45 seconds until Quid is back alive on this rise. That's a pretty big pick for paiN, but they want to turn it into something else.
Yeah.
The Baron is alive. The Dragon is spawning here in about 2 seconds. It's still a 3,000 gold lead for 100 Thieves. They're 4v5 on the map for now, and paiN are starting up the Baron. Keep your eyes on River as he wants to try to find an opportunity to make his way in. Dokla approaching from the top. Redemption summoned up by paiN to try to keep the health bars ready to go. Baron down to 4,000. Showstopper over the wall. Romer is under pressure. Ayla goes in for massive pop blossom. The Baron is secured by paiN Gaming, but they're being wiped off of the map. Karaoke the next to fall. A triple kill for River Kiana, and Ayla does not want to let Weiser get away. This is a very important kill. It would eliminate Baron from everyone on paiN, but Weiser barely escapes.
The supreme display of talent is just that from River. The timing as River, Ayla, Dokla all go in together was beautiful, and Timbers find the stacked up paiN team and just delete them.
And that's the team fight this comp has been looking for. I've actually thought 100 Thieves in combos exactly as 100 Thieves would have wanted.
I mean, it was beautiful, and quietly, FBI just constantly farming away. He's got his IE now, and that is often where I kind of feel like the clock strikes midnight and the fun is over. As when Sivir has 3+ items, has level 16.
Kiana is so high right now. It's an 18-17 game, more than 1 kill per minute here 30 minutes into this one. This
I told you just had to wait.
Kind of what I was
just the
hoping
appetizer
for from this series, and now 100 Thieves are ready to try to defend their jungle. Curry takes a little bit of damage, finds an ulti onto Dokla for not great effect. Dokla is low here. Sterix plus the Haymaker trying to keep himself alive, but Weiser's already on a killing spree, and Dokla is down. 100 Thieves lines are broken. DPS onto the objective itself as River wants to wrap around the backside of the area, see if he can find the gank angle. Goes over the wall. Dokla losing a lot of HP here to Weiser. The Sterix keeping him alive for now. River wants to try to protect his top laner. Curry is already down. FBI got the kill on that one. Weiser is down. The Hextech Drake stolen away by River. 100 Thieves looking for even more. Titan is slowed down, beat down. He's gone. Quid takes the kill credit. It's 3 for 1 plus a soul. 100 Thieves.
I heckin' love watching River play. I'm not allowed to swear on broadcast anymore. That was a swear-worthy play. He keeps denying other people of these objectives. It started off a little slow, ending up being a fantastic Kiana debut, and I just love how he's always looking for these crazy angles in these fights. We've talked about how 100 Thieves...
Playing around this brush constantly, just constantly using that grass blade, staying in invis, looking for poke over the wall. As 100 Thieves now on the march, you have to think they're going to try to pressure on this wave.
Yeah, but here we go. 2/3 HP on the tier 3 turret. 100 Thieves stepping up. Dokla here with the front line. Pop Blossom, but it only finds one. Dokla buying a little bit more time as Titan falls. Dokla getting the kill credit on that one. Romer still slithering away, but 100 Thieves want to keep the pressure on. Weiser can't get the kill on FBI. They might have finally got the AD carry, but it's too little, too late. River and Quid stand tall. A triple kill for the Kiana here in the very last team fight, and 100 Thieves are going to take it straight to the Nexus. They will eliminate paiN Gaming from contention for Dallas and Worlds, and they will earn themselves a 3-0 victory.
And what a way to do it. Dokla hits the W, the Haymaker right to the face of Titan. Did about 90% of his health with one